What's good, Spurs Knights? It's your boy Clan, the Spurs fan. I want to just get on here before the game. I'm actually on my way home to watch the game. And I want to get in some quick thoughts on what I believe the Spurs need to do to win tonight and what I think they will do in order to win. I guess it's not tonight, it's just this afternoon. I want to bring up somebody that I don't think we've given a lot of love to. That's so funny. How did I know you were in the car with your hat on? One thing I want to bring up about tonight's game that I don't think that we've really talked about as far as who's going to help us win and who's been helping us win. Yo, I just thought about it. And of course, we can harp on Derek White like all day. And we can talk about how great Derek White is. And he is great. But, you know, I think about like who's the heart of the team. And I mean, we could easily put DeMar. I don't think many of us will put LA as the heart of the team. But we could easily say DeMar. But I think that and I said this earlier this season, because earlier this season when we went against the Lakers and we had that comeback game, I don't know if you remember it. I think it was the last time we played the Lakers. I think it was the fourth time we played the Lakers. And near the end of the game, who really helped us a lot was Jakob and Davis Bertans. So I'm thinking about this game today, and I'm thinking about last game that we played. And if you think about it, Jakob Poeltl has meant everything to this team. We don't look the same when Jakob isn't on the court. And not only that, even that little knee check. I don't know if you saw it, but well, of course you saw it because Murray reacted from it. When he gave him that little knee check, when Murray was running, trying to get around the screen, gave him a little knee check, Murray comes up and pushes him. I think Jakob is the perfect blend of toughness, skill, and a little bit of dirty. And I need more of that little bit of dirty. And I'm not saying injured players, because don't pull a Zaza. Zaza is just straight dirty with no talent, and that's just what he is. But and don't go under people. Don't try to injure them. But stuff like that, a little shoulder check, a little push and shove here and there, something that just gets somebody off their game. I think that's beautiful basketball. If the refs catch it, they catch it. But I think that Jakob is sneaky enough and quiet enough that he can get away with certain things like that. And honestly, of course I'm not comparing him to the greatest, powerful, whatever, but Tim Duncan, as much as we sit back and talk about how like awesome Tim Duncan was as far as his demeanor and how he didn't say much and how quiet he was, Duncan would shoulder check you. Duncan would do a lot of slick stuff that pissed people off. Perkins was not pissed off at Tim Duncan for no reason. Dwight Howard was not continuously pissed off at Tim Duncan for no reason. Boogie Cousins was not pissed off at Tim Duncan for no reason. Tim Duncan was slick. And I think that Jakob Poeltl has that little bit of slickness that I think we really, really going to enjoy. Another thing, Derek White last game, I really enjoyed not just his energy, but I enjoyed a little bit of his arrogance, a little bit of the flexing, the going crazy after a big play. I really enjoyed it, and I think that on defense he can get more physical than he's been doing. He's quick enough on his feet that he can make that initial contact. Oftentimes, he plays it straight up and he doesn't get too physical with you. But as soon as you're trying to shoot, he's right there with the contest. I think that he could pull some Patrick Beverleys. I think that people around the league is starting to recognize Derek White as a true defender now, and I think he can get away with being a little rough. And it's crazy to say because, of course, we know DeMar DeRozan, how important he is to this team, and we know how important LA is. But honestly, when I'm thinking about who's the heart of the team, who's gonna bring the grit, who can we depend on when time is running off the clock and we need a play, I really do believe that the person we can depend on the most on this team is probably Derek White. And it usually, now I'll say this, usually it's scary to say, okay, you're dependent on a young guy. Look at the Nuggets, for instance. They're dependent on Murray to bring them home. And I think that in the long run, especially this series, I think they're going to get themselves in some trouble with that. But with us, I've watched so much Derek White. Like, ever since. Oh, I hate when that happens. Jesus, I hate when that happens. Hold on, guys. I'm so sorry. Hold on. This is so jacked up. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know what just happened. Hopefully it's still streaming. But all I was saying was, when it comes to Derek White, like, it'll be one thing if he was, 18, 19, 20, and we're saying that you like turtles, also go Spurs. Okay. But it'd be one thing if we were sitting here saying that we're depending on an 18, 19, 20-year-old to bring us home. And he has a lot of experience. And one thing about Derek White is he don't get too high, don't get too low. And I heard Skip Bayless compare Derek White to Manu and Tony Parker. And at first I said, I don't see that at all with those two. And then I thought about it, and I kind of understand it, because I understand he goes for some things and he does it so effortlessly, and it's kind of ballsy. And I think that would be the Manu Ginobili in him, where, a big man goes up for a shot and here comes Derek White blocking you from behind. Manu has a lot of those. And then with Tony Parker, if you think about Tony Parker when he was younger and how explosive he was and how controlling he is with the Spurs offense, I understand where he got those two comparisons from. So Derek White is beyond his years. Today, I expect him to have another good game. I'm not expecting him to put up 30, 36, but he don't have to do that, honestly. He doesn't have to put up 30 points for us to be successful. Derek White is the type of player where he's not going to force it. He's going to do what the team needs at that particular time to win. That's all. That's what he does. It really is kind of like Kawhi, in a sense, because Kawhi was like, he didn't necessarily need 30 points for us to be successful. That's not necessarily his game. Like, it's his game, but he can do the little things. Derek White is the same thing, same way. Now, when it comes to DeMar DeRozan in LA, more often than not, maybe not with DeRozan so much, but more often than not, we're going to need LA to be hot. And that's going to be kind of scary, but at the same time, I don't believe LA is the heart of our team. I think that it's more so Derek White and Jakob, as far as who's going to bring the grit, who's going to bring the playoff mentality, who's going to bring, the championship. DeMar DeRozan and LA are incredible talents, and they're the most talented players on the team, and we're going to need them to score, but I don't the heart. You know what I mean? Huh? He said, Clan, why you cursing? Kawhi is a bad word for Spurs fans to say. Oh, it's just kidding. Yeah, I don't know. I'll be honest. I can't stand Kawhi. I mean, I'll be real with you. I can't stand Kawhi. There's many reasons I can't stand Kawhi. But I take, we talk about superstars who I can't stand. If I just want to throw somebody out there who I just can't stand. By the way, I don't know if I'm going live during the game. I am going to watch it. I tweet stuff out and all that. But superstars that I can't stand, I know that, like, I talk pretty bad about LeBron sometimes. But honestly, if I got to pick somebody I really, really, really cannot stand, it would be KD, y'all. Like, I watched his interview today. Was it today that I watched it? Or yesterday? I don't know. I watched it. I got pissed off. I was like, yeah, Lord, dude, you are so effing sensitive. Like, answer a question. Like, stop doing that. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going live during the game. I don't know if I will be able to. I can't stand Russell Westbrook. I don't really like Russell Westbrook either. I'm not crazy about him. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I think that today, I think it's going to be a tough game for sure. Millsap has already came out and said, yeah, we're going to win. And who else said something? Murray said that he's going to come and have a better game. The coach said that he's probably going to change the lineup. So I'm thinking maybe Torrey Craig will start, which I do not want to deal with Torrey Craig because dude is a really good defender. But we'll see what they do. I think more so it's a organizational thing why they started Will Barton so much. I've talked to some Nuggets fans and they tell me that they can't stand him, and they said that he was paid a lot of money, which I don't keep up with the Nuggets. I'm sorry, I only keep up with Spurs. But they say he was paid a lot of money, and they keep forcing him into the starting lineup, and he's not that good. Which Will Barton reminds me of like a Rodney Hood. He's just really streaky. But yeah, I don't know what happened tonight. I don't know if they're going to change anything up. I haven't looked at any lineups or anything like that, so we'll see what happens. But you know, all that aside, the Spurs are going to have to come and show up, and they got to realize that the Nuggets are going to bring a change of pace to the series. This is a chance tonight to take out their heart. And I'm not expecting Murray to have, 4 or 6 points he had last game. I'm expecting him to have a decent game. So we're going to have to come in and slit their throat. And Derek White is going to have to be just as aggressive as he was last game, if not more aggressive, because they're going to be on him. They're going to be looking for him. So, like I said, we'll see what happens. LA show up, DeMar show up, and the other guys show up, we'll be fine. We're obviously better than this team, so I'm not too worried about it. You said Nuggets guaranteed to win. Show the game on your live. I don't know if I'm gonna go live. If we win, we're not gonna blow a 3-1 lead like the Warriors. No, we're not. I want Lonnie to get minutes. Me too, man. Me too. But we'll see what happens. I think if the Spurs play with the utmost aggressiveness, Nuggets don't have a shot. They don't have a shot. But all right, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and get off. Until next time, deuces. I appreciate